Diagram shows a tree and a man. The man is of average height. The tree and the man are drawn to the same scale. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see if you use my little box feature. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see if we can box this man up. So we got 1. We got 2. And 3. So this box represents the man. 4. Oops. And 5. That's roughly the same height as the tree. Roughly, yeah. So if I bring that down, that's nearly as good as you'll get. So the man, with respect to the tree is 5 times taller than the man. Okay, that will be helpful part B. We've done that part already. That's good. So that just gives us helps with the visualization now. Write an estimate for the real height in meters of the man. Now, if you get really stuck for this in the exam, remember this. Average man's height is 5 foot and about 10 inches, which is roughly my height anyway. 5 foot 10 inches. Now, if you don't remember the meter equivalent, not most people will know what the meter equivalent is, but most people know that their uncle, their dad, or the average man is about 5 foot 10 inches. So if you remember that, if you want to change that now into meters right after there's one, let's show you the method for that. So we have 5 foot, times that by 12, that'll give you 60 inches. And then you add the extra 10 inches. So that'll give you 70 inches. So now we have a man who's 70 inches tall. So you're working back from the basic principles. Now 70 inches, you want to convert that into centimeters. It's nice and straightforward. We have to multiply it by 2.5. That's how I do 2.5. 70 times by 2 will give you 140 centimeters. 70 times by that'll give you 35. So that'll give you a total of 175 centimeters. Now, next color, next part of the question. So as long as 175 centimeters, if you divide it by 100, will give you 1.75 meters. If you round that off to 1 decimal place, so we can work with a nice number there. Let's change color again. So we're going to stop here. Look at the 5. It's telling me to add 1. So we get a nice number of 1.8 meters. So if you don't already know 1.8 meters, you can quickly get to it by understanding the basic principles of changing inches, feet into inches, inches and centimeters. So feet and inches, we change into inches, then we change into centimeters, then we change into meters, then we change it and then we round it. It might sound like a long procedure, but if you don't know what the meters is, you're not going to guess it in the exam. So you write an estimate. Now don't confuse the word estimate for this word that students love.
Guessing.
Okay. Estimating has nothing to do with guessing. Okay, estimate means like rough value. So myself personally, I think if you don't know this 1.8 or you think it's 1.6, you'll be out by quite a bit. So I think 1.8 meters is a nice way of doing it. And within the mark scheme, they're giving you anything between 1.5 meters and 2 meters. So they have given you some allowance in the mark scheme anyway. So for example, if I was to get 1.8 and the next another student gets 1.7, somebody tries 1.6, as long as they're not below 1.5 and not more than 2 meters, you will still get the right answer for this part and the next part of the calculation. Okay, done. So that gives you that part. So you're allowed. So I've actually worked mine out, but you can also have an educated what's called kind of idea on what it should be. But that's something possibly I would say you should try to memorize before you go in the exam. So I don't think anybody in the exam will just say yes, a person is 1.8 meters, because we don't think in meters, we think in feet and inches. So this is how I would think and how I would work out the question if I needed to. Yes, it takes maybe a minute or so, but it's a quick one and we can get to a nice number. Next, find the estimate for the real height in meters of the tree. As I did right at the beginning of the question, what I did, by using those boxes, I approximated that the man will fit 5 times on top of each other. Man number 1, man number 2, number 3, 4th man, and the 5th man. So there's 5 men tall. Now that we know that one man is approximately 1.8 meters tall, we can do 1.8 and we can times it by 5. So one decimal place in the question. So we'll have one decimal place in the answer. 8 times by 5 is 40. And 1 times by 5 is 5. Add the 9. 4 is 9. So the answer is 9 meters. Now, in the mark scheme, because you will have these different possible starting values, they have given you possible answers now. Your answers in the mark scheme for this will be anything from 7.5 to 12 meters. So you will be given some allowance in the examination. And that is the end of question number 13.